Hi there, this is Craig Beck from StopDrinkingExpert.com, and welcome to today's video, which is being filmed in Kingston upon Hull on the northeast coast of England. I used to live here many years ago. In fact, if you look right down the end of the marina there, you see some red brick buildings. One of those is a radio station called Viking FM. I used to be the program director of that radio station many years ago. So I'm back here visiting today. And I think this is going to be one of my shortest videos. You know why? Because it's bloody cold here. It's about 3 degrees. But I wanted to talk about why the alcohol producers laugh at us in January. And that might sound a little bit strange. You might be thinking, well, surely, you know, January is the worst month of the year for the alcohol producers. They must hate this month because all their customers wake up with a bad head, and they're full of guilt and regret, and they have all these good intentions that they're going to have a happy, sober new year. And actually the truth is the alcohol manufacturers know their drug very well, and they know their customers very well. And they know that when people get worried about their drinking, they turn to the same ineffective solution over and over again, and that is willpower. So people realize that they have an issue with their drinking. They assume that it will be easy to fix. They've always assumed they're in control of it and they can stop anytime they like. And so they try and force themselves to be a good boy or a good girl and avoid the thing that they want most on planet Earth. And they're shocked to find how difficult it is. And they start struggling and they start drinking. And they start to panic. And so the alcohol manufacturers know that if you use willpower to try and escape their product, you have a 95% chance of failure. So they're not scared, they're not bothered, they're not worried about your good intentions and your New Year's resolutions, because they know you're probably going to fail if you try and deal with this on your own. But it's even better for them because they know that alcohol is a bit like quicksand. A, it's very hard to get out of on your own, and B, when you start to struggle and panic and kick, you actually make the situation worse. And the reason for that is that for us problem drinkers, alcohol is our panacea. It's our solution to all problems. You know, back when I was a drinker, if I got a bill in the post that I couldn't pay, alcohol. If I went to a party and I needed a bit of help with social anxiety, alcohol. If I had a stressful day at work, alcohol. And so alcohol becomes our fix-all. It becomes our panacea for everything. And yet it is also the problem we're trying to get away from, and we create an unbreakable cycle. So the alcohol manufacturers are very happy for you to try and quit drinking on your own in January because they know the result will be you drinking more long term. But it's actually even more insidious, even more devious than that, because they know that your backup plan, your emergency backup plan, is equally likely to fail. Because all as problem drinkers, we have the emergency button, and we call it Alcoholics Anonymous. We know that we could go to AA, but we don't want to, because it's embarrassing. And we don't want to label ourselves, and we don't want to stand up in a room full of strangers and point at ourselves like that. And maybe if you're not religious, you don't want to be giving your problem to God, as they tell you to do. And so we all have this emergency option of AA, but the alcohol industry knows that AA has a 92% failure rate. So they're not bothered about that either. They know that even your biggest, most dramatic move probably won't work. 92% of people who go to AA fail to quit drinking. Isn't that insane? That our default option for this problem has a 8% success rate? I mean, we wouldn't accept that in anything else, would we? You know, if you had any other sort of medical problem and you went to the doctor and his first suggestion had a 92% chance of failure, wouldn't you think, well, why are you even suggesting this? Find something else, you idiot. And yet when it comes to alcohol, we've all agreed that the best solution is something that has an 8% success rate. And you know why? Because it's free. And that's it, you know? It's free, it must be good. And I see this time and time again. Drinkers want to pay for the problem, but they don't want to pay for the solution. They think the solution should be free. And so this is why the alcohol manufacturers, far from hating January and being worried about it and seeing it as a big dent in their profits for the year, they actually see it in the bigger picture. They see the long term here, and they see that actually if you're one of their customers who's starting to get worried, then that's a very good thing, because you could spend decades trying to get out of this situation using willpower. You could spend the rest of your adult life not quite succeeding, going 3 days sober, 5 days sober, 3 weeks sober, and then going dramatically back to the alcohol and drinking more than you ever did before. You're in a cycle, and the alcohol producers love it. And that's why, as a kind of half measure, as an appeasement to the government around, governments around the world, the alcohol producers have agreed to put little stickers on their bottle that say, "Drink responsibly." Why are they okay with that? Because they know problem drinkers can't drink responsibly. So it's an irrelevance. Serves no purpose. It's there purely to placate some politician, or perhaps even more insidious than that, or more devious than that. It was placed there as a result of a backhander or something like that. But don't believe that this industry is even slightly interested in your health and wellness. They are the same as big tobacco 30 years ago. They know that their product is killing their customers, and they don't care. It's all about the money. So listen, if you're struggling to deal with this on your own this January, I would encourage you to come and get some help, because I know you want to do this on your own, but I've been there and I've tried it for a decade. Don't waste 10 years of your life like I did. Just deal with this now. Come along to the website, stopdrinkingexpert.com, and join me for a free quit drinking webinar today, and I will explain to you how the process works. Thank you so much for watching. My fingers are numb, so I'm going to leave it there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to the YouTube channel, and I will speak to you very, very soon.
Worried about your drinking? Why not join us for a free quit drinking webinar? www.stopdrinkingexpert.com